I've been absolutely loving the fairy core aesthetic recently since we got all the new beautiful foliage from Storybook Vale, so I wanted to create a little collection video of 4 different ways to incorporate the fairy core aesthetic into your valley. Let's dive in. The first build was very heavily inspired by Mythopia, blending the enchantment of mythology with the whimsical beauty of fairy aesthetics. I really wanted to create something elegant and structured while also incorporating lots of vibrant flowers and magical touches. So for the pathways, I used the gem and opal roads, which add a really polished and luxurious feel and guide the flow for the entire build. I feel like the symmetrical layout gives it a grand and organized appearance, which contrasts so good with the softer, more organic elements like the flowers and bushes. I want to talk about the centerpiece because I feel like the build would not be the same without the centerpiece. I used the Mickey fountain, such an iconic item, but I surrounded it with green bushes, the plaza ones and the meadow ones, and also put some purple flowers and some tall grass in there too. I feel like this is such a magical focal point that really draws the eye to the middle. I really wanted this area to feel alive and enchanting, like something out of a fairy tale, and I feel like this kind of does. For around the fountain, I really wanted to give the build a sense of height and create a structured frame for the central area, so I put these pink kind of bushy trees and also some columns. Unfortunately, they're from the Ultimate Bundle, but if you don't have these specific columns, you can always substitute them with the Beauty and the Beast columns from Scrooge's for a very similar effect. To add a little bit of colour around the centerpiece, I decided to use the LaBouffe lamps, which is a premium shop item. I feel like these soft pink lamps with the delicate tassels are perfect for the setting because they give us such an elegant yet whimsical feel to this whole build that really ties into the overall fairy core aesthetic, as well as the surrounding flower beds and bushes along with the lush trees in the corners provide a lot of pop of color and texture, making the space feel so magical and alive. I also scattered colorful accents throughout the area to enhance the fairy-like atmosphere, making it look like something straight out of a mythical garden. So my second build is a fairy party area, well, a fairy tea party area, and the idea behind this was to create a magical space where fairies, all your favorite characters, could come together for a whimsical tea party. Let me walk you through it. So at the center of the build is the tea table setup, which I tried to make feel very warm and inviting. I used these floral themed tables and some little green and kind of creamy colored chairs, and I feel like the tableware and the stuff that I have on the tables, like the cupcakes and the cakes, really give it a nice enchanted fairy vibe. I added little touches like teacups and dessert to make it feel like an actual gathering is happening. On each side of the tea area are 2 gazebos covered in these stunning pink flowering vines. I love how they frame the space and give a bit of structure while still feeling very cozy and magical and open. Inside I have little decorations like some plants and some furniture, so they feel like little hideaways. I didn't want the space to feel closed off, so for the entrance I just did an archway with some flowers around and kept it quite open. I wanted it to feel kind of relaxing in its own little area, but I really didn't want big trees framing the space, so I feel like this was a good touch. I also used no pathing because I really wanted that big rug right in the middle to feel like the kind of walkway, and yeah, I just really wanted it to be very grassy and natural. I also focused on adding lots of flowers, greenery, and vibrant colors all around the area to make it feel like a hidden fairy garden. It's such a peaceful and joyful space, and I really enjoyed experimenting with all the different things to bring it to life. My third build is a different build. It's an overgrown fairy forest. I really wanted to create a space that feels completely magical, like you've stepped into a hidden realm where fairies and nature come together in perfect harmony. So this area is all about lush, overgrown greenery and bright, vibrant colors. I started by filling the space with large whimsical plants like the giant mushrooms and glowing flowers. These really set the tone for a mystical forest. In the background, I added towering trees and purples and blues to give the area depth and a dreamy, overworldly vibe. I also scattered in pink flowering bushes and smaller plants for pops of colour throughout. To make the forest feel more alive, I placed lots of little details like these big orbs in the sky and lots of little magical items like the teacup and the fairy lights in the sky. I really wanted it to feel like there was always something new to discover. The rocky pathway is actually a touch of magic item where I just put 2 little purple spots on the rocks just to give it a more dreamy kind of feel. But I left the pathways very natural and slightly overgrown to give the area that untouched feeling. This build was really all about layering, bringing in textures, colors, and heights to create a space that feels full of life and mystery. The next build is a charming but simple build using Merlin's library and Mirabelle's house. Even though this is such a small space with just 2 houses, the use of foliage and big decorative items really help make this feel lush and full. For Merlin's area, I focused on giving it a mystical and magical vibe. His tower is surrounded by glowing plants, giant pink mushrooms, and lots of colourful flowers to really make it feel like a hidden corner of the forest where he does all his magical work. I really love how his house is surrounded by the pathing, so it really feels like a nice centerpiece and yeah, just really magical. Behind Merlin's house, Mirabelle's house has more of a playful and vibrant look, surrounded by big bright pink bushes, blue trees, and even some smaller decorative touches like a washing line and other little items hidden in there. I really love Mirabelle's area because I really feel like it brings her personality out and it sticks true to her cheerful personality. But what really ties this build together is the foliage and really large items like the big tree clusters and oversized mushrooms. Even though it's a really simple setup, these elements make the space feel alive and full of detail without needing to over decorate and spend a lot of time. I loved using the set that we got in the premium shop with all Isabelle's favorite items like the big rug. I feel like this is such a gorgeous piece that really fits well with Mirabelle's house and the overall feel of the area. I really feel like this build is proof that you don't need a lot to make a build look cute. Really just using big items like these big tree clusters and just a couple of houses can really fill up a space really fast. Anyways, there was the 4 builds for you guys. Hopefully this gave you some inspiration. I enjoyed making this video so much. It was really fun. If you have any ideas on any other kind of collection videos you would like to see, please let me know in the comments because I'd be down to literally do anything. I love building in this game and it's always so fun. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much. Bye bye.